We are all familiar with the visceral, hollow sensation that follows a sudden loss, whether it's the end of a long-term relationship or the collapse of financial stability. The feeling is the same, a sudden, echoing silence where something solid used to be. Our natural instinct is to interpret this emptiness as a failure. We panic, assuming that if the space is empty, it means we've been stripped of our value. This fear leads many of us to try and frantically fill that void with distractions just to stop the stinging. But there is a different way to view that silence. Consider that empty hands are not a sign of defeat, but a necessary requirement. You cannot grasp a new opportunity if your fingers are still tightly curled around the ghost of an old one. When we spend our energy mourning the space instead of acknowledging its potential, we trap ourselves. We turn a period of transition into a cycle of lack, staying focused on what was lost rather than what the space was cleared for. This cycle is most easily reinforced the moment we wake up. In those first few seconds, the mind exists as a blank canvas. It is more open to suggestion and environmental cues than at any other time of day. Most of us respond to this vulnerability by immediately reaching for a smartphone. Before we've even fully processed the transition from sleep to wakefulness, we flood our brains with external stimuli. We allow the headlines, the social comparisons, and the chaos of the world to rush into our subconscious. We are essentially letting 1,000 strangers decide what our first thoughts should be. This habit primes the brain to remain in a state of reactive stress. By starting the day with high-frequency noise, we train our focus to scan for problems and scarcity for the rest of our waking hours. The way you manage these first few minutes does more than just start your day. It establishes the lens through which you will perceive every interaction and opportunity that follows. There is a practical balance to how our lives evolve. Just as a forest requires a clearing for new growth to reach the sunlight, the removal of something in your life is often the only way to make room for a different kind of progress. It is common for good things to be removed specifically because they are taking up the exact amount of energetic space required for something significant to arrive. Think of your past efforts as energy that is never truly lost. Even when a project fails or a relationship ends, the time and love you invested don't evaporate. As this diagram shows, that energy is simply being held in a state of transition, relocated from the source and stored in reserve. While it is held in this reserve, that energy doesn't remain static, it compounds. The period of time where you feel you are waiting is actually the period where the value of what is being prepared for you is increasing. The frustration of a sudden delay is often simply just the necessary time required for that growth to complete. The larger the harvest, the longer the season of preparation must be. If all of these resources are simply waiting for us, why do they so often feel like they are completely out of reach? It comes down to a biological filter in your brain called the reticular activating system. As shown here, this system acts like a sieve, sorting through millions of data points to decide which ones are important enough for you to actually notice. This filter is the gateway between your internal focus and the external world. It doesn't show you the world as it is. It shows you the world you have programmed it to look for. When you reach for your phone first thing in the morning, you program this filter to prioritize signals of alarm and competition. Your brain becomes highly efficient at spotting reasons to be anxious while becoming virtually blind to anything positive. However, when you start with calm intention, the filter shifts its priority. By tuning your focus to peace and expectation, you suddenly begin to see the connections and answers that were technically in the room the whole time. You just weren't allowed to notice them before. Breakthroughs aren't usually created from nothing. They are revealed to a mind that has been properly calibrated to recognize them. To take control of this calibration, you can adopt a practice of dedicating the first 20 minutes of your day to your internal state. Think of it as a commitment to your mental clarity before you offer your attention to anyone else. The protocol is simple. Keep the phone off and speak 3 clear intentions for your day. State them not as hopes, but as the specific ways you will choose to move through the world. To make this effective, you must do more than think about your goals. You have to visualize them until you feel the physical sensation of their success. That internal emotional shift is what signals your nervous system to change its filtering priorities. By doing this consistently, you build a mental buffer. It allows you to move through the inevitable noise of the day without letting that chaos take root in your subconscious. Try this for the next 21 days without interruption. It takes time for the biological filter to fully shift its default settings. Lasting change isn't the result of a single grand gesture. It is the cumulative effect of these small, disciplined decisions made every morning when no one is watching. Let go of the frustration over what was taken. Clear the stress of yesterday and step into the morning with an open perspective. The period of emptiness is concluding. You now have the tools to tune your mind, recognize the opportunities in front of you, and begin the process of building something better.